close enough to beam down?
Not yet, Captain. In 2 minutes. 1:58.
Now, the numbers all go to 11. Look, right across the board. 11,
Right.
11,
And most of
11.
the
and then-
amps go up to 10.
Exactly.
Does that mean it's louder? Is it any louder?
Well, it's one louder, isn't it?
I'm switching to long-range sensors.
Work 9.95.
He is approaching the threshold.
Engine output at maximum. Velocity. Warp 10.
Mr. Sulu, take us away from Romulus. Warp factor 9.
I'm sorry I'm late. I was watching the first Enterprise on the holodeck. You know, Archer and those guys. What a story. Those guys had a long road getting from there to here. Right. Give me warp in the factor of 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, Jazz.
I'm Captain Janeway. This is Lieutenant Tuva.
We are aware of your designations.
What's your designation?
7 of 9, tertiary adjunct of Unimatrix 01. But you may call me 7 of 9.
Deploy armor. Unable to comply. Ablative generator is offline.
Evasive pattern beta 6.
There are 5 lights. How many do you see now? There are 4 lights.
Let me help. 100 years or so from now, I believe, a famous novelist will write a classic using that theme. He'll recommend those 3 words even over I love you.
He's intelligent, but not experienced. His pattern indicates 2-dimensional thinking.
It is time. In every revolution, there's one man with a vision.
Mr. No- hey.
Hey there.
That was the awesomest transition ever.
That really was. So Mr. Know-It-All was just calling Danny a schmuck. That's
I was not.
No, he was calling you a schmuck. I've tweeted him before. I just forgot it.
Oh my God. Look at everybody here. Welcome to Nerd Fights.
So this
we
is
have to say something like that. It's like, yay.
So this is Mr. Know-It-All's first official Nerd Fights as a official member of the Nerd Fights crew.
Woohoo!
So he has access to all the buttons and everything now. So
oh my! Oh.
So watch out. He can highlight comments and everything.
And I like to push buttons.
Oh, wow! Right on.
All right. So
please don't tonight.
Oh yeah, you can push Danny's buttons.
No, I'm good, brother. You're good. Come on.
All right, so at Danny's request, we're actually, before we get into the Acolyte, we're going to talk about Captain America Brave New World. The trailer dropped for that a few days ago. Now, Danny, have you watched the trailer yet?
I've only seen it on my phone on Twitter, so if you're going to play it for us, I would.
I actually, just to be safe, I uploaded it to my YouTube channel. It left it unlisted, but I uploaded it, and it did not come up with a copyright strike. So hopefully we will not get in trouble for this.
Right on.
All right.
Wilson. Thanks for coming in. Well, thank you for the invite, sir. I have to admit, I'm still getting used to the new look.
Okay, I got to say, though, that is so shades of Rhodey from Iron Man 2.
Totally.
You know,
see that.
You know,
no, it totally is. It seems to be the thing Marvel.
It's a little nudge, nudge, wink, wink. We know it's a different guy.
Yeah, and the same way they've done with all of their major recastings, except for Black Panther.
Which it still pisses me off. Why the heck couldn't they?
I don't know.
Yeah,
there's a whole bunch of actors who could.
Because Black Panther 2 was so weak without him.
It really was. Everyone's like, but it was the movie they took to more. It was an awfully expensive funeral. That's all I'm saying.
It was definitely a bloated mess. Yeah. All right, so let's continue.
They said lose the mustache or lose the election. You and I haven't always agreed in the past, but I want to make another run at making Captain America an official military position. And if we disagree on how to manage this situation, then what happens? Work with me, Sam. We'll show the world a better way forward.
Yeah.
You see old man Captain America throwing
the fact that they brought Isaac in, I'm so happy about that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I gotta say.
It's good.
Why is he trying to?
Sir, your intercept.
Careful, may cause seizures.
Either you can't see that, or you don't want to.
By the way, is it just a coincidence that Captain Black America is coming out during Black History Month?
I personally don't think it's a coincidence. I mean, it's just
No,
smart marketing.
Because remember, they did the same. They did the same thing with Black Panther.
They did.
Yeah. No. Yeah. They know what they're doing. They know.
Well, I think it's kind of a cheap move because
we say that every time.
Here's the thing. Let me be the voice of reason in that. Having come from marketing and some of the TV world, I firmly believe that you do anything you can to make an opportunity. And I think Black America's been waiting to see this kind of a movie. So why not put it out in that month? Now, do I think it'll be going to make the money they hope it's going to make? Absolutely not.
No.
I don't know, man. This we haven't even finished the trailer yet, and I'm already hyped to see this damn movie.
I am too.
This looks like a return.
It'll make billions, and I'm like, I don't know about billions. Calm down.
Right. I think that this is definitely. It feels more like a return to MCU form.
Yeah, it absolutely does.
Yeah.
What if it's a trap? Global power is shifting. You're just a pawn.
You may be Captain America, but you're not Steve Rogers.
So, is that a racist comment?
No. So it's funny is I feel like that's a. Weird
I think they want people to
fake.
think it is. Yeah.
Correct, but I think the truth in context is probably more along the lines. What's his name? Falcon's trying to ask for something.
Right.
And he's like, look, man, I get it. You're Captain America, but you're not Steve Rogers. He was a planner. He was a soldier. He was all these different things.
Well, my first thought was, okay, so he's calling him out for being a normie because Steve Rogers was a super soldier.
That's where I went to. Annie,
Yeah.
we're on the same book on that one. That's
Yeah.
where I went to.
And is that guy in everything now?
I think
Absolutely.
so.
Giancarlo
Yeah.
Esposito. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys? Have you guys seen? You guys seen him in The Boys?
Oh, we stopped. We saw him in The Boys,
Yeah,
but we
I
actually
guess-
stopped watching The Boys.
Oh, okay.
It's
rough,
the one episode with it was
Yeah.
too much depravity for us, man. It was
Yeah,
just
it was
and then when you get me to say that, that's bad.
Yeah, when Danny says it's too depraved, that's bad. All right, I want to know what do you think that's Red Hulk, or do you think it's like something else?
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
It could be.
Because doesn't Red Hulk like have explosive powers of some kind? I never read Red Hulk because
I
was
never
after-
did either, so I don't want to.
I know about it perfunctorily, like from comics explained.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's about as far as my knowledge goes.
All right.
You're right. I'm not.
Damn! I want to see this.
All right. Although I'm sorry to be the voice of Mr. Nitpicker here, but if he is going supersonic, and thank you, Agatha says, "What about my show?" And it says, "Click here." Mr. Know-It-All is okay. He's labeling me as Mr. Nitpicker.
Oh, that's what you get for giving him the power.
I do. I would. So Agatha, I'm sorry, your show looks like hot garbage. You know, your show looks like it looks like what people have been complaining about with the MCU. But thank you.
What happened? Oh, it went away.
What went away?
Nothing. Go ahead. The super chat.
Yeah,
Sorry.
please continue, sir.
Well, I want to see where is the...
Are you done being Mr. Nitpicker right now?
No.
Okay.
Well, then be Mr.
Let me
Nitpicker.
Let me know when you're done, because I'll totally take it off.
I know what you're looking for. Oh, we
I'm
both tried to
moving
move it. I was trying to as well.
Yeah,
So you can
'cause-
finish your thought.
Right.
But that's
all
fine.
right. So Sam is wearing and that's it on his face.
I thought if you pause it, I thought
And
I
he's
saw a
going
still, real blurry, of a helmet.
Go back then.
I thought I saw a still of a helmet. I don't know. By the way, I don't know that to be true. I just thought I saw something like that.
Kinda. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got a helmet on, bro.
No, but I
Right.
remember.
Then I'll
thinking
give
the
it
same
to
thing.
him because
like,
I was
this
going to
just broke the
say
sound barrier?
if he's if he's breaking the sound barrier,
His flesh is flying off. Yeah.
he is. Yeah, he's dead. And of course, everybody's favorite shot.
Oh, I didn't even see that. So that probably was Red Hulk.
Yeah,
He's in it. Oh my God, that's so dope.
What, you didn't know Red Hulk was in it?
I mean, I heard rumors, but I didn't see the clip I saw ended at the.
But yeah, so this is our only official look at Red Hulk now.
Wow.
Oh man, and it's gonna look like Harrison Ford, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, you can kind of see if you look at the face, it looks kind of grizzled.
That's funny. This could be.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there you go. So
So we know that he's actually gonna break. Dude, okay, so I like what they're doing here. We are gonna get Thunderbolts then.
Yeah.
Well, Thunderbolts is in production. Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
See, man, I've been so busy with life. You know, all the time I used to spend researching nerd culture, I'm spending on the.
You can take down the Mr. Nitpicker now. By the way.
Yes, sir.
No, I know everybody's busy, but the spare time I used to have for stuff like that, now I'm
doing work stuff.
I'm working on. Well, no, I'm the 12 steps. You know, without saying the name.
Right.
So.
No, that's all good. But yeah, so looking at this trailer is, while not as insanely entertaining as, say, the Deadpool trailers,
Right.
which I don't know if you've seen the second Deadpool trailer that dropped just a day or two ago.
I haven't. Can we do
Showing
that?
The second half of what's her face?
Oh, I haven't.
Yeah, it shows the second half of Lady Deadpool.
We get a glimpse of the Deadpool core.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, totally.
And we do definitely, it's confirmed, Lady Deadpool. So yeah, let me see if I can find. See, the problem is I haven't tested that one. I don't know. If
I'll find it. I'll watch it.
Yeah,
you know, it's fine.
But it's a good trailer. It is a good trailer. And one thing I did like was Deadpool at the beginning of the trailer. It's a little more conversation when he and Wolverine are at that diner.
Yeah.
And he was saying how when he was working, he had to wear a rug, namely that wig that you see him in.
Okay,
And
I gotta look it up. I can't believe I've missed all this stuff.
But
Stan Lee, by the way, there is Lady Deadpool.
Yes, and
the rumor is it's going to be Blake Lively or Taylor Swift. Nobody knows which one.
I would love it if it didn't matter. Because
I want it to be Blake Lively.
No, here's what I want. I want digital Ryan Reynolds face on it.
Oh no! I want to see. I want to see the Taylor Swift as Dazzler.
Yeah, I think Taylor Swift would be better as Dazzler.
So much. Yeah. Agreed. Absolutely agreed.
But as fun as the Deadpool trailer looks, this looks like, okay, MCU is coming back.
I agree. I agree.
You know, and so this has me just
today. The Russos are in talks to come back.
Oh, cool. Okay,
I'm watching it right now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, the Deadpool trailer.
Yeah.
I love though the hair thing when he says, "Yeah, nobody knows," and Wolverine's like, "Everyone effing knows," you know. That was great. So now we all.
Ooh.
Thomas does not like Taylor Swift. And we get to see more of Dogpool.
You have no idea how I have stuff to do now. I'm like, click on things. Sorry. If everything runs a little smoother, you guys know why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta find.
So, is this the end of the trailer here?
Yes, I'm looking for something right now, but yes, continue to discuss. So what?
No. Yeah, he literally just drops the thing. That's it.
Yeah.
And then have one more. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh
but yeah, it looks amazing. It really does. A lot of people speculate that the funeral in the trailer is Ross's funeral, and that he comes back as the Hulk. I don't know. So I don't know how.
That would be, I think, a good move because let's be real, Harrison Ford ain't going to be alive that much longer.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know that.
I mean,
they replaced one guy, old guy, really old guy, with another really old guy.
Yeah, I know.
It's like,
I mean,
could they have? Look, I'm not saying Harrison Ford is a bad actor, but only if you only intend to have Ross in one movie.
Hey, look here, Salty, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I'm not wearing hockey
That's
pants.
right. You get the hell out of my house.
Get off my lawn. All right, but let's see.
How does Cap's shield keep coming back uncracked and broken? It's made of vibranium.
Because it's made of vibranium.
And plot armor.
Yes. And besides, remember, Sam was given the shield at the end of Endgame.
Oh, that's true.
So Cap, the only unexplained thing is, how did Cap get it again?
Ooh, that's how did he? That's a good question.
But
Deathly Ray B says, I'm actually fully down for this movie. I've not watched this trailer before. It sounds and looks good. It does.
Yeah, I am absolutely looking forward to this.
Dude, this gives me like Winter Soldier vibes. You know what I mean?
Right, and I think that's what they're going for here. I think they're trying to make this feel like one of the classic Captain America films.
Which is a smart move. It really is.
Yeah. This is a return to proper Marvel, in my opinion.
Yeah. Now, if they really
think it
wanted
is.
to go woke, they could call it Captain African America.
I hate you so much. It's awesome.
You
bastard. You bastard. I'm a
You're not Steve Rogers. Like, get out of here, bro. So what else we got?
Well, other than that, we're going to talk about the Acolyte.
Yes.
The epic, in quotation marks, finale of the Acolyte.
Do you see all the excitement?
Let me stop video shares.
Yeah, so you want to do the hot takes thing? And
Yeah. I'm just getting it queued up here so that we can have something on the screen. There we go. A long time ago.
Well, you know what's funny? Our audience is just so funny. Mike Richards has quite a riveting question here.
Can Red Hulk get sunburned?
That's a great question. I don't.
That is a great question.
I was wondering, can Red Hulk blush?
I don't think he would.
It's a very good question, though. No, for real.
Well, my understanding is, and I could be wrong because I've never, ever in my life read a Red Hulk comic. However, my understanding is that, like how Green Hulk, the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets, Red Hulk, the angrier he gets, the more thermal energy he generates.
I can see that.
And so, and to eventually, if he can go nuclear if he goes nuts, basically.
Nice.
And so Red Hulk is extremely dangerous. But we'll see how they're going to, because keep in mind, the MCU has yet to, they have zero anything about Hulk getting stronger as he gets angry.
It's true. It's very true.
And so we don't know that they're going to do Red Hulk.
They did it in the Ang Lee movie, but not in Marvel.
But that's not MCU.
Yeah, that's not Marvel.
That's a great pull, by the way.
And the Ang Lee is just basically he gets bigger as he gets angry.
I just kept, and you saw it. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
We did not need to see butt naked Hulk in that. That was not necessary.
Anyway.
That
to
could have
the
been
Acolyte.
such a good movie, but it sucked.
And Neon Green Hulk was crazy.
Neon Green Hulk fighting Monster Poodle was just like, and that was the most exciting part of the movie.
It really was.
That's the worst part. All right, so hot takes. Danny, I know you're itching to talk about this.
Oh, you want me to go first? I should go last because I don't think you guys are going to agree with me.
Well, then all the more reason for you to go first.
I freaking love this series. I don't give a flying freak what anybody says. Call me whatever you want. I thought this was such a good episode. They better do season 2. Even the way the last shot of this episode is oh wow, that's funny.
It was not me, man. It was not me.
The last shot of this episode is like it totally sets up. It's just like the end of. Oh gosh, what was it?
Man, it's even going crazier.
What? Oh, in the chat, yeah. Fire Dork now. Whatever, man. This is so good. They did I'm sorry, and I think they set up the prequels great. They set up the Plagueis thing great. They set up the Fall of the Jedi great. I drank the Kool-Aid, man. I freaking love this. I'm giving this. I'm gonna get so much crap on Criticlist, but I'm giving this like a 90 when I grade it, because I was waiting for all of the episodes to come out, and I'm gonna defend it. And I'm probably going to get roasted, and I am actually going to take the time to write out all my defense of this on
okay.
It's so good. And when we get into it, I'll explain it. But my hot take is this is the best Disney. I like this more than Rogue One. That's saying something.
Okay.
I really do.
Okay.
So
best Jedi fight scene possibly ever in this episode. So there's my hot take.
Wow. All right. So now I have a feeling you, Mr. Noda, are going to be the voice of reason. So I'll go next.
Go for it.
Because as far as the series is concerned, honestly, I got to give this series a big old fat FU out of 10.
Really? Wow.
I will say this series has
our
some
Patreon viewers are going to call you a liar, by the way, because
no. Here's the thing:
we have it recorded.
Hold on. Let me finish. Did I think that fight was
Bradley Briggs? Screw you, man. I'm not doing the trivia, but man, I have a good prize.
Did
today,
I think that fight was Saul and Darth Method was freaking awesome? Yes, I did. Did I think that the fight with all the Jedi versus Darth Method, was that awesome? Yes, it absolutely was. Yeah, that doesn't vindicate a series that turns Jedi into freaking villains. Yeah. I am so tired of nihilism creeping into my Star Wars. Yeah. Star Wars is supposed to be black and white, heroes and villains, good and evil. I don't go to Star Wars for gritty reality.
All right, the hot take. I want to argue that point later, but I won't now. So bring that up later.
Right. So that's why I hated the series for what it does to the Jedi. It had some very cool moments, but I cannot endorse this series at all.
Wow, you turned to the dark side, to the fandom menace. Finally happened.
I'm strictly a light sider. That's my point.
Let's be real. That's what Osha and me did. They switched sides the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, and to answer a question you put up there, no, I cried. I did cry at one scene. Go to supportsalty.com and watch the live stream if you want to know when.
Yes.
But it was when it was at the end with the sisters hugging and the mind wipe scene. But that's not like, it was just such an emotional scene to me. The watching these two characters switch.
I thought that was like the biggest wasted opportunity.
See, we'll talk about it in the thing, but I just wanted to answer that question. No, I didn't cry when Saul died. I did get mad, I was like, oh man. But then by the end, I was cool.
Planet X. Yeah, I agree with you, Planet X.
Well, I don't. Super chat.
And I'm not a drama critic says, I can't believe that would have us believe that Venestra can supersede the wishes of the Jedi Council. The cameos were superfluous. Yeah.
Superfluous.
And
superfluous.
You
I
must
can't
have
read.
missed it, though. No, in the earlier episodes, they established our Jedi middle management.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you have the Jedi Council, and then you have the Jedi middle managers, which is what this was about. Absolutely. And apparently, the Jedi middle managers are completely corrupt.
This should. I want to almost do some kind of weird cut of only the stuff with Venestra back at Jedi.
It makes
using the music from The Office.
It makes
like cut it, because I swear I feel like it's the goofiest stuff happening over there.
It makes perfect sense. That cameo they're talking about, spoiler alert, Yoda. It makes perfect sense that Yoda's the one pulling the strings for the cover up, because he's always done that. Listen, in the prequels, hold on. No, in the chat, the super chat. the super chat.
They think Yoda was part of the. Did I miss that?
No, they said Yoda was superfluous. The cameo.
No,
That's the cameo.
No, but now you're saying. Hold on.
Yeah, but you're selling that Yoda was behind the whole thing.
Yoda's the ringleader.
Yeah, he's the one, dude. No, and I'll tell you why, dude. That's why I like this show so much. It explains so much stuff. So in the prequel, no, hold up.
So
in the prequels,
you want Yoda to be the freaking bad guy.
He's always been the bad guy. Why do you think he exiled himself to Dagobah? Okay, he's always been the bad guy. Why do you think he? No, I'm going to tell you why.
Okay, we're going full nerd fight today.
Yeah, let me tell you why. In the prequels, did he or did he not say we had to hide the existence of the Sith from the Senate? Because if they find out about that, we already got enough problems with the Senate because they've already taken us over. And now we find out why they've taken it over, because in this show, they're separate. They're a separate entity. Okay. And then later he wants to cover up in the original trilogy. He's always trying to hide shit from people to make the Jedi look good when the Jedi are not perfect. Nobody's perfect. The only perfect person got nailed to a cross. Okay. It's not happening.
Danny's access to Reddit, please. Because I feel like I
don't even have Reddit.
I just feel like I heard.
No, he's been spending all his time on Truth Social. All right, I gotta take my pain pills because
I'm like, what just happened? Oh my god, that's awesome! Right there, all day.
Execute Order 66.
Danny, you ignorant slut.
Oh, what? Hey.
That's awesome.
Man, nobody ever gets that reference anymore. Man, I'm old.
No, you're good. Okay, so I guess it's time for my hot take.
Yes.
I thought this shouldn't be that much of a hot take. This is the biggest, most expensive, and best wasted opportunity that they have had, because there were so many amazing ideas and there were so many things that I was like, ooh, that's cool. Ooh, that's cool. Ooh, that's cool. None of them have anything to do with each other. Or at the very least, there's no explanation for why anyone does anything other than I'm a writer and I need these characters to be over here.
By the way, you two are the same person, but we're not going to talk about that.
At all. The biggest mic drop in the whole show. And he's literally going, because I couldn't prove that you were the one when she wasn't there. I'm like, that's all we get? Dog.
And Yoda,
Super chat.
More on Dork is, tell man against woman he cannot.
That's an old running gag in here.
Yeah, Danny had this really hot date. What was his name again?
It was so many years ago. I actually don't remember her name. You transphobe.
That's right.
Bradley Biggs says fans put out better stuff than this bull snap, taking risk of being sued into the dirt. He's right. I think he's right.
Oh, wow.
I've seen some incredible fan stuff, to be fair.
Right.
My only issue with that in terms of this show is $180 million.
Dude,
this doesn't look like
This looks like this, I could, if they said this show was like 40 or 50 million.
No. Be fair. Honestly, I would have said like 80 or 90.
The scene we used in the thumbnail, the pod racing scene, they put a lot of money into that scene for sure.
I'm sorry, but that scene,
if that scene cost $180 million, bro, please.
No, it didn't. I'm not saying.
And I would say this: that scene didn't look bad, but it didn't look as good as the stuff from Andor. You know,
Andor was so visceral. They didn't even have to go big and flashy like that, and they did.
Right, but what visual effects what visual effects they did in Andor looked incredible.
Yeah,
was that Sheev's voice anyway? And Andor, you can see all the money on screen. Yes, I agree. You can see the money in Andor.
Yeah.
You could even see the money to some extent in Ahsoka. But you don't. I don't see the money here. Not at all. I see this series was a gigantic money laundering scheme.
Bro, all I know is again, I'm with you in this.
They're not on the volume. They're using real locations, real sets. That stuff costs money. They're doing a lot of wire work.
Sorry, I beg to differ. They went to Brazil to show them walking, and then it's all soundstage volume for Kelnaka's entire forest scene, start to finish. Absolutely.
Yeah, so
and
that
with this
whole
thing-
fight was
that
shot
whole-
on a soundstage.
Same with this fight. This whole
Yeah.
fight, they got them there. They did locations for like long distancey stuff to get them walking in or a ship arriving or whatever. And everything else is volume work that looks like volume work.
Which, by the way, all that location stuff they could probably film in a weekend.
Yeah,
Wow.
in Vancouver.
Yeah, and so which was still that was a waste of money.
My cat just freaked me out. The door opens and nobody, and then I look down. It's my cat. I'm like, whoa. Sorry. I'm like, what the heck?
So
but
Mr. Know-It-All has a psychotic cat.
I just feel like, no, for real. No, but I just, and again, my issue isn't that, like, the fight scenes. I have nothing against the fight scenes. We saw the dopest thing since Avatar The Last Airbender when dude throws the lightsabers and he's all like, wow. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you look amazing, sir.
Although,
Okay, I
man,
love it.
okay, so let me add one last thing to my hot take. I got to say, I can't believe they effing killed Saul.
I can, and I actually agree with
No,
it.
no, no. Yeah, of course you do. You think everything bad is good. You know, you swallowed the Sith Kool-Aid. Yeah, I can't believe they freaking killed Saul. I can't believe that they didn't address the sisters being one person at all. And I can't believe that they ended the show by splitting the sisters up again.
Yeah, it's my thing is I would have expected at the end of that show it to be they would come together, and now season 2 is dealing with the internal ramifications of that, like some kind of psychological trauma where
Right.
she's got to now like reconcile the personalities. I'm down. Have her be schizophrenic all season 2 if there is one, which I don't think there will be, but if there was to be one. The other thing is, no offense, you said you liked Plagueis' reveal. What reveal?
He's in the cave. He's in the cave.
Calm down. I know that.
Okay.
But what reveal? It's like, we're going this, we're doing this, we're doing this. Literally, it's on for 15 seconds. And then we're back to everything else, like show business. He served no purpose other than to be there. They never implied him. They never inferred him.
Wait, where was Plagueis in the cave?
Oh, yeah, Blinken, you missed it.
So you did miss it, and that's why I was saying your theory last night was wrong, because I watched the episode again, and because last night we were talking and I was making the thumbnail, so I was casually watching it, so I wanted to watch it again. And dude, it's so good because it makes sense, because Plagueis did create life, but he messed up and he created two of the same, and then that's.
Are you reading really deep into this, or did they just show him?
They showed him. No, they showed him.
Literally showed him.
Okay. Then let's not read into what he did that he screwed up or whatever, because we don't know.
Yeah, right.
He's okay. All right. I mean,
No, and I get where they're coming from. The inference is he's the only one, remember, because we've heard this, the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise, who learned how to do this thing, and now these women do it, which is something I called in my show.
I think Plagueis. I think Plagueis did it. I think the reason Plagueis is there I don't know. Them showing Plagueis there implies that he was the Virgins, or he caused the Virgins, and that's how Mother Anastasia.
Since when? There's no implication.
Dude, yeah, you are reading way into it. Okay.
Nobody said anything remotely like that. Literally, the only thing about him is this scene, and he's holding onto a cave looking. And my whole thing is, if you're going to have him, there was literally an entire episode focusing on them talking in the cave that you could have very easily had a camera POV shot, so as if someone's looking, you're like, oh, there's someone there. Then it would have made more sense. This was literally out of left field. It was like, what the hell is this?
I think it's one of those things that's set. It's a seed for season 2.
I'm sure, but it still wouldn't make sense because so you're telling me that now the rule 2 is just out.
No, the rule 2 is not out.
There's 3.
Sorry.
Okay. Why is there 3?
Because you have Plagueis, Meth Head, and Osha.
Okay. Well, I think if you at the final shot of this episode, as you call him, Darth Meth Head, is holding hands with Osha. I think they're gonna I think they're going to more like become I don't think they're really part of the Sith. That's why it's called the Acolyte, not the Sith. I think he probably broke off from Plagueis, if Plagueis was even his master. He wanted to find his own acolyte on his own. That's why he said he didn't call himself a Sith. He said Jedi like you might call me a Sith.
Danny is actually, believe it or not, Salty, and this is not an insult. I know you think this is a setup for a joke. The truth is, Danny's, I feel like he is the typical audience person, that's not an insult, that like the likes of Russell Davies from Doctor Who was talking about when he said, oh yeah, sometimes we just like to put things in there to be surprises and whatever else. You know, the idea is like now producers have this weird thing, they want to bait us. They want to have reasons for us to just make stuff up and talk that's never going to happen. Right. And I'm like, but the problem is, Danny, while I love your enthusiasm, there's nothing in the show that tells us any of that. But this is me taking you dead serious because I don't want you thinking that I'm making fun of what you're saying. No. I don't see it.
That's why this is called Nerd Fights. If we all agreed, this would be boring.
Well, none of us are going to agree here. We haven't even gotten past the hot takes here.
Yeah. Well, and the super chats have been kind of derailing us a little bit.
All right, so we start out.
Stop sending us money.
No, what are you, dude?
According to Danny, he don't like money. I don't know what you're tell you.
Well, Danny doesn't like money, but I do.
I don't get the money. If I got the money, I'd pour out. I'd take my shirt off, for $50 super chat.
Don't do it, guys. Please don't do it.
He's done it before.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah.
Have I really?
Yeah, you were drunk.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Oh God, this scene.
Okay, so
this scene was dope, dude. Come on.
Okay, I know we're not into the episode yet. Are we into the episode?
No, this is the episode. This is the beginning of the episode where he's trying to get to her and
to get the helmet off.
Completely, she possesses him or whatever, and stops him. But then he manages to fight his way through it. So basically, Osha, the person who briefly trained as a Jedi and hasn't been a part of the Order for some significant amount of time to where she's disconnected. She's disconnected from the Force. Now can almost overpower a guy who killed a dozen Jedi like it was nothing.
Okay. The symbolism going on here is that he told her that you put that on and it cuts you off from everything, right? And if she's been...
Except the Force.
Except for the Force.
It's like almost it puts her in like a...
Which is so...
So what it does is it amplifies her, because we get the reveal in this episode that she didn't leave the Jedi. She was kicked out of the Jedi because of she couldn't let go of her hatred. And they said that we can't keep you because...
Dude, you really are adding a lot.
No, I don't think you paid attention last night. You need to watch the episode again. That happened.
That happened. Hold on. Okay, let's ask Mr. Know-It-All.
She tells her sister that in their bedroom when they're talking.
No, I know she says that she failed, but she doesn't say they kicked me out. That's what you're adding. Yeah. They did not kick her out.
Oh, she failed. Whatever. She was exiled.
Throughout the show, I've heard on two separate occasions, not this episode, I have heard on two separate occasions people say they kicked you out at
But she says, but she always responds with no. But she always responds with no, I left.
No, Cece left you. No, she didn't. I left her. And that's natural. Come on, man. That's just a natural response when you're bitter.
People that wouldn't know say they kicked you out. Because it's not like...
What makes you think they wouldn't know?
We're not talking about Saul here. We're talking about people that weren't there.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Right. And so if Saul said, we kicked you out. No, I left on my own. Now, okay, you got something. But Saul didn't...
Saul killed his mother because he wanted a Padawan. Let's get to it. He deserved to die at the end of the day. I actually really like Saul. After watching this episode again today, I totally turned on Saul. Although that was the best lightsaber duel I've ever seen.
You are so full of crap. He did not kill Mom just so he could get a Padawan. He killed her.
I wanted to protect you. I want to protect you. That's too powerful.
Why does he sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Because I can't do Asian accents. But whatever.
Obviously, you've got a really weird idea of what an Asian sounds like.
Yeah. No.
I am from China.
Go ahead.
I don't think he.
Get to the chopper.
I love that so much. No, I don't. I don't think. To me, the entire moment felt like. At least, I'm sorry. What you're saying might be correct. However, that's not on the page. What we see is he shouts OSHA, which is the writer's way of telegraphing a mistake is being made, and then proceeds to see Mom become a vapor monster. And then all he knows to do, he didn't even know it was going to work, by the way. He may have just been swinging around through a cloud. So it's not like he did it on purpose.
No, he admits at the end where sorry.
He just admits that he killed her.
No, he says why. She was too powerful. She was able to create life with the Force, and that's too powerful.
100% agree with you. So that tells me that you're right in your assertion. However, we don't know. You're connecting dots the way clearly they wanted you to, because they make no assertions of that kind at all on the front end. That entire scene with Saul from that episode feels like it was an accident done in self-defense of someone else. It does no way, shape, or form feels like there was a real problem. Now, what he says clearly says otherwise.
But I think that could just as easily, if you want to talk about making these assumptions, you could just as easily assume that Saul was feeling survivor's guilt because he was responsible for the death of their mother, and he felt horrible about it. And he's felt horrible about it for 16 years, and so instead of basically, just trying to defend his actions, at this point, he's like, you know what? I did kill her.
Right.
And so,
I agree. Quick sidebar. Community, I want you to know I do pay attention. For Stan's benefit, I am acknowledging that Thomas has said, as far as I know, Stan, that is correct. So this argument, I've been watching this argument happening in the comments. It's great. You guys should all follow it. These two are hilarious to watch, by the way. Way to go, guys.
See, Thomas, you're not being ignored anymore.
Right. That's right.
That's why we brought Mr. Know-It-All.
Yeah, we just had to bring on Mr. Know-It-All. That's all.
One of my notes, make sure Thomas feels seen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, that's very important.
Well, so basically, the discussion they're having is to what level of importance we should give the Plagueis shot. I personally lean with Stan, which is that it's not really important. I mean, yes, I also assume it's Plagueis. However, he's right. We give no indication, which is literally MO for the show. They give us no real details, but then say, ha ha ha, you should know what this is. And I'm like, wait, what? I don't understand any of this.
Right.
Like, why do we care about her getting sick in hyperspeed joke the 2 times they told it? Because in the books, her character apparently has visions through the Force in hyperspace. So, okay, fine. But we would know that unless you read the books.
Right. So, apparently, May uses the escape pod in the slowest escape
She steals
ever.
it by tasing my boy.
Yeah. That's just like...
How does Anakin and Obi-Wan, while having a conversation, half paying attention, hear the assassin droid in Amidala's room, but dude's talking to her, concentrating on her, and doesn't key into her sitting here doing one of these to unscrew the thing, and then get ready to jab him with come on.
Right.
You have no... why when she went to jab him, what I would have expected would have been more of a Jedi stopping her, what's going on? She's frozen in mid-thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right, especially since they established that Saul is a badass. And that's my problem here, is and not just that Saul is a badass, but he's a badass with the Force. And they even reinforce that in this when they do the airbender move. So Saul is
What? Oh,
well, he really does know it all. No, don't make his head any bigger. Yeah, it's going to have its own gravitational pull in a minute.
You should put a poll in the chat. Did I make more sense when I was a drunk? Because I feel like everybody's turning on me since I've gone sober.
No. The truth is, though, I love how your brain works, because part of me is because I'll be honest, you're writing a better show. I want the show that you saw.
Yeah,
we didn't get
yeah.
that
I wish I had the show that you saw as well, Danny. I think it's
amazing.
Residual drugs in your system or something helped you. you have extra midi-chlorians in your system, and it's
sorry, M cells, M counts. Your M counts. I need to get some more memes loaded up in this thing. That's all I'm saying.
It's midi freaking chlorians.
All right, go on. So what's the?
This is pod racing.
This is arguably one of the dopest scenes when it comes to the ships I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, and look, come on, that cost a little bit of money.
I'm always but not 180 million. Stop it.
Yeah, dude.
Okay. I know guys on the internet for Star Trek that are doing scenes this big and complicated.
Okay.
And the thing is this a good looking scene? Yeah, but you know.
Nice.
We need more space battles in Star Wars. It's
Basil sabotaging the ship.
Yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, why, Danny? Why were you sabotaging the ship?
I just want to know.
I wasn't.
Really? You weren't when you were pulling the wires out?
Oh, Danny, the tracker, Danny, not me, Danny. Okay.
He looks just like you. Come on.
Yeah.
Look at Danny's beard and look at that the chipmunk
They do
thing.
have they do have. Oh my god! I just realized the beard's back. That took no time.
Yeah,
bro.
It's a beast. It grows fast. It grows fast.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, but that's like lush. Like that's like. I'm
Look
shocked.
at that. That is little baby Danny right there.
I know,
Look at
but
that.
last week it was like clean face.
It
This
was,
week it's like full on.
Yeah. Now he looks like the tracker again.
Nicely done, sir.
Yeah. Come on, Danny. Just give us a sniff. Yeah, see?
I hate you because now that's all I can see. Go ahead. I'm sorry. So so the tracker guy sabotages them. Why? No clue.
Yeah,
because you know why? Because here's why.
At the planet they're going to be.
Remember when he says? Remember when? What do you call him? Darth Meth Head. Remember when he says to Saul, "They're not here for me." I think he's on orders to sabotage this ship from the chick and the Jedi
Danny,
Council.
I love your brain
because we'll get to it. We'll get to it. The scene where she's talking to that senator and he's already telling them, "Look, we want to take over the Jedi. Like in that scene."
Yeah, that's wonderful.
I think
it's great.
I think she's formulating her plan to make Saul the patsy at that point in time. I think that's where the seed is planted.
Which
she does at the end of the episode, you know.
Yeah, you don't have to remind me. All right, so
I need
Twinkie Jedi.
What do you call him?
Twinkie Jedi. He's such a dude.
That's horrible.
Like,
it's 100% true, but it's horrible.
Senator here. He's here to see you right now, and they're like,
Yeah, I
"Where's he
know.
at?" He's in there. Should I not have let him in? And I'm like, bro.
All he is, oh my god, check out my rainbow lightsaber.
He's just. I'm like, who are you, dude? How did you get in?
I'm guessing that
he's Jedi cosplayer.
I'm guessing he's another friend of what's her name, the showrunner. Since this,
I'll go with
since her wife is the green chick, so why not?
The nepotism is strong in this one.
Yeah. There's a good shot right there.
He's too much. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Now here's okay.
So
then
we get Senator Nobody.
So my problem with this whole scene is not that it exists. It's actually a very good scene. I just want to know what movie it came from, because it doesn't belong in this.
Right.
Because I have no clue. Everyone's like this whole concept has been super on the edges and never once interwoven in. So all of a sudden we're pulled into. We're told, and now here's all this stuff you need to know. And you're like, wait, what? What's going on? What's happening?
Like if we saw him barging in earlier episodes and pressuring them about this whole situation.
I'll give it to you.
Get a hold of them, and
I would have liked to have seen more of this throughout the show. I 100% agree, and maybe it is just me connecting dots, like you said, but I really do think
I feel you.
They did this to plant okay, so by the time we see the Jedi in the prequels, if we're going in chronological order here, they're agents working for. They're like the FBI for the Senate or whatever. You know, they even serve as their generals in the Clone War. They're not autonomous like they are here. In this senator here is the one who's like raising the motion to council, if you will, to the board or whatever to vote. To make the Jedi, to take away the Jedi's power and take control of the Jedi.
Here's my problem.
Go ahead,
real quick, because everything you're saying is correct. By the way, I'm down. My problem is this feels like Woody Harrelson handing Han Solo or the guy who plays Han Solo, a young kid, his weapon and being like, yeah, it's a blaster, blah, blah, blah. Do we need to, because all he serves is to do that you're talking about, which doesn't matter. But then he says that one important piece, one day someone more powerful is going to do blah, blah, and I guarantee you win, not whatever. I'm like, great, your job is to tell us what's coming in the future. So, somebody warned us 100 years ago. I'm like, he serves no other purpose than that.
I'll do you one better,
I don't
bro.
need that origin, bro. I don't need it.
Okay, all right. When we get to the scene, I'll do you one better, and you'll probably say the same thing for that scene. But yeah, that's...
You know what we really need is for Yoda to meet with an architect to build the Jedi Temple. So that we can see.
I hate you so much.
That's what we really need, because that's
where tower should go, all the way to the top.
Yeah,
it's great. Hey, what's up, Creep?
Hey, Creep. Thanks for emailing me over last week. I appreciate that. Obviously I'm fine and I'm back. And you still didn't tell me what your prize was. And if you're expecting me to go look it up, I'm just going to pick something random. So.
I love this, by the way. It's just Star Wars Sokovia Accords. You are 100% correct, sir. That's brilliant.
Yeah, if there was a Sokovia Accords show that was just about the drafting of the Accords, you would be right.
Absolutely.
So now OSHA and Darth Meth Head are like hanging out on the beach.
Oh, man, I miss Joe. He probably said this a million years ago in the chat, Joe Cronin. Anyway. If you're still here, Joe, say hi, and I'll acknowledge you.
All right. So.
Oh, my God. This is for you, Salt.
Yeah, Mel Brooks is the Jewish architect. That would be awesome. Yes.
That's so funny. That's so real. I love that so much.
Spaceballs!
I must say, gentlemen, you bring a classy audience to the party. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, man. So.
Yeah, that was Creep's prize right there.
$500 wad of cash.
You know, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Out of your pocket is what I really heard. I was like, he said, yeah. You're going to take it from all these dollar super chats?
If I had access to them, I would.
Well, the dollar super chats are actually only like 67 cents. So,
no, totally. Legit. Yeah. He's like, that goes in the shill box. Okay, relax.
Yeah.
And which you've made plenty of deposits today.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I don't know. I think it would have behooved you to watch the episode a second time, because we did do a lot of talking and not,
I usually do, but I was out driving all day, and because remember we're leaving for South Carolina tomorrow night, so I gotta try to get some cash together for that. So there's Danny.
I
again.
love when BTS comes to the front of the show. It's like, that's right, so when I got gas money on what's that road you're always talking about, Danny?
Oh, the 15.
The I-15.
The 15 that we all know.
I got to go hit the 15, you know.
Sorry.
That's
oh, what is this?
Danny the Shill sellout. Right on.
Well,
can we get shirts made? You joke. I have an Amazon merchant account. I can make this happen fast.
Yeah. We put Danny,
draw this guy, just put glasses on him.
No, you know what? It would be so I could be like this, and you and Mr. Know-It-All, you can cover your ears, right? And it'll be see no evil, hear no evil, shill no evil.
That's why you're the brain, sir. So much.
Well, one of these days when I don't have to work so much, I'll get to work on all these shirt designs you always give me, because I have a list of somewhere around here where you come up with. I just stopped writing them down because I have.
I also think we need some kind of picture of Danny next to Sniffer here, to like separate at a birth kind of thing. I skipped Plagueis. Oh, was Plagueis already? Did it already happen?
So fast.
It is really fast.
Let me go back.
But boom, right there. You just landed on him a second ago. That's his fingers. Those are his fingers. Push play for just a second.
Play it.
Oh, you've got to be kidding. So
Hold on. Here he is.
That's all you see of him. But that's him.
Pause it. That's it. That's all we got.
So we don't even know for sure that's Plagueis.
No, that's Plagueis. That's 100% Plagueis. Even Jeremy Johns, who also hated. I love that guy. I watch his reviews.
Me too. He's great.
Yeah, he's great. He even admits that's Plagueis, but he gets, he trashed the whole. I mean, he liked three things maybe, but he trashed the whole episode and show. So I still love the guy. Still love the guy though.
No, it's rough. I just
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, look, you got to think about it like a normie. Is there anything in that shot that says that's Darth Plagueis, or could it just be some weird bat creature that lives in the cave?
It's meant to plant a seed for those people. They're like, "Who's that? Who's that?" We'll tell you in season 2.
Yeah, but you know what? The problem is that it's too late to be introducing new ideas. We're in the final episode. And like, if we had seen hints that there's someone else in the cave throughout the series, and then in this shot we see his face for a second, and that's the reveal. Okay, you've been building up to something. This is just out of nowhere.
Or even at some point when we have dude hearing a voice or something, you know what I mean? Like push her further or something. Just something to be like, who the heck was that? And now when we see him, we're suddenly like, oh, all the things you've shown us so far make sense. Or just let Danny tell you the story that he saw.
Right.
I'm having to take a note here because it's fun.
I love it. So yeah, that's what they meant by that. That's what Thomas was talking about.
Yeah.
So I do think it's interesting that he turns on his beacon remotely because he's just a badass.
You know what I realized watching this episode about Saul when I rewatched it? Mm-hmm. It's actually a really good way to show how a Jedi who thought he was good was succumbing to his emotions. And he did it the day he met Osha. And it just culminates here. And that's why at the end, right before he dies, he, with a tear running down his eye, which it choked me up, didn't make me cry. I was like, oh, look. He says, it's okay. Basically saying, kill me. Like I deserve it. Yeah. So,
well, I told you, he feels survivor's guilt.
I don't think it's survivor's guilt at all, bro. But that's fine. We can disagree on that one. That's,
The witches were slaughed. Because
so apparently, yeah, like that's like I watched.
Yeah, by the way, no follow up on that.
No, but I watched one of the interview things, and they're like they're talking about, I don't know who it was, one of the writers who was like, yeah, this and this, and they're talking about it like, no, she disconnected her, and Carrie Ann Moss inadvertently killed them, and I'm like,
yeah,
was it Carrie Ann Moss or was it pork and beans?
Nice.
That your reaction has its basis in a You smell something.
Sir, it's coming to the vent. Get out.
How do I always
stick it off?
Because your layer's at the top for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, because you just added your layer, so yeah.
Yeah, so you come at the top. Yeah.
You guys down there. Let me see. There we
just
go.
put come
there
join us.
I got it.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
Cool.
And so I wish Danny would stop acting like Saul is on this like horrible journey to where and basically gets what he deserves here, because Saul was close to being a really.
He even says, dude. I even pointed it out in the watchlog, supportsalty.com. When he's fighting, I did a little Kevin Nealon thing there for you. Nice. When he's fighting Darth, what's Darth Meth Head's real name? He's got it. They finally revealed it. When they revealed he was the Padawan. Yeah. He's got a real name. But anyway, when he was fighting him, he straight up says, "I'm gonna kill you." Like he just goes full like he's giving up on the light. I'm paraphrasing, but remember because I pointed it out last night when we were watching it. I was like, damn, he's out to kill this dude.
Right, which is nothing new
when he has
for the
death
Jedi.
blow, but then when he has the death blow at the end and he doesn't, because I brought that up again, I was like, oh well, maybe not, So,
but you act like this is something different or unique or to the Jedi. I mean, come on, have you not seen Revenge of the Sith? Oh, send me to kill the Emperor. I can't kill Anakin. No, you need to go kill Anakin. I'll kill the Emperor. Killing is not a big deal to the Jedi.
Well, by that time, and we're seeing why. And see, they're not so
No, we're not
pure.
seeing
They're
why.
not so pure as the driven snow as you make them out to be, because good people don't kill people.
which is the problem
They
with
do
Star
what May
Wars.
did. They do what May did at the end of this episode, and instead of trying to kill
Right,
Saul,
but you know what?
they throw the
That's
lightsaber away, just like Luke
Yes,
did. They
you're
throw
pointing out the
lightsaber away.
problems with the show.
Danny,
They shouldn't be killing people. You're right.
Danny,
Yes.
when did you decide you hate this country? Because men and women sacrifice their lives.
This is a
and are on the
beautiful
front lines
country.
and
It's a
they
great
fight.
country. I love this
They-
country. It's gone down the toilet the last 4 years. I can't do a Trump impersonation.
No, that
but
was good.
love
I
it.
knew where you were going. I knew where you were going with it. That was good. But yeah, I'm just like, what are you talking about? Good people don't kill. Get out of here. Okay, I think that's a ridiculous assertion.
Good
I feel
people
like-
will kill for the right reasons.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's the
Absolutely.
thing.
Okay.
And I think what he was worried about Darth Meth Head corrupting these girls. That's, I think, what was in his mind.
Yeah, and that's why I
And-
said like they had to do the whole tortured soul thing where he's like trying to beseech to them, "Oh, I did this for you. I did it for you." Blah blah blah. And you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
dude, it's this whole thing just felt super messy." And
He
I'm like,
had been
why
living
did
with,
you have
you
to
know why he had a
do that?
tortured soul? He had a tortured soul because he'd been living with this terrible lie. Because if he was such a holier than thou great guy, he would have admitted to the Jedi Council he killed the mom, and he would have explained to the Jedi Council his
wanted
justification.
to.
When did he say that? When did he say he wanted
In
to?
the flashback episode when Carrie Ann Moss said, no, we're going to tell them the truth, in quotation marks.
Yep.
Because he wanted to tell them the truth. He wanted to
But
go
he
to the
didn't.
council.
He didn't. He didn't. He had how many? 16 years, to do it, and he didn't in 16 years. Was he waiting for the statute of limitations to run out?
That's funny.
No, he was following.
That was hilarious.
He was following the orders of his superior.
Who, by the way, is dead. Been dead for 7 episodes. So I mean,
7 episodes. That takes place over the course of what? 2 days.
he talked to that green lady. He talked to that green lady 4 times since then. Could have fessed up. Could have fessed up.
You love the show, huh? That green lady.
Anestra, whatever. Okay, I still don't. I'm trying to look up Meth Head's name, his actual character's name.
Chimere. Actually, it's pronounced Chimere.
Chimere. I love it. Chimere.
But we don't have a Darth name for him.
Because he's not a Sith. I'm telling you, that's why he's called the Acolyte and not the Sith.
No, it's called the Acolyte because
I don't feel like Danny that required that level of emphasis. It's okay, dog. It's okay.
Yeah,
I turn my mic down. I'm yelling. I know. I'm sorry.
No, it's just that Danny, you are reading way too deep into the show.
Also, I think you came ready for like a real fight, like to swing on people.
Look, I've been going. Okay,
yeah. I'm kind of glad he's on the 15
for real.
And I'm on the 840. That's
No, I mean even. Salty and I, before we did our watch along yesterday, before we started recording it, we spent at least 20 minutes letting me vent. I'm just going through a lot of stuff, man. I'm sorry if I'm letting it boil over. I apologize.
No, you're good.
I'm just a passionate guy. I'm a passionate guy. What can I say?
But the thing
Creep,
is,
if you don't give me an honest answer, this is your prize. This is what you're getting. It's the Comic-Con button, no prize. That's what you're getting.
I love no prizes. Where there's no prize other than the fact that you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that making Saul into basically a complete mental wreck and a wuss was a big mistake.
First of all, they didn't make him a wuss.
No, they absolutely did.
That lightsaber
when
scene
he was like,
epic.
I was just trying to protect you.
Oh, that part.
And so that was, I mean, I was so checked out.
You got to, hold up. You got a daughter. Haven't you got a daughter that got pissed off at you about something? You have to explain it to her and you get emotional. And you're just like, I'm just trying to do this for you.
No, if my daughter is pissed off at me, I'm going to say, shut the hell up.
Well,
no, you don't get pissed at me. I'm your dad. That's how it works.
Well, I guess it'd be different if you were both Jedi and could kill each other, easily.
Wow.
Because he's really talking to another. He knows how powerful Osha is. He really does. And he's seen how powerful May is because she's killed 3 other Jedi already. At least they think she did. She only killed 2 other Jedi.
I love that so much. I don't know whether it's ironic or not, but that's brilliant.
Well, the problem as far as
I'm pretty sure that was Iron
Will they greenlight a season 2 or not? It's one of those things, we don't know what the actual numbers are. You know, you hear...
the only reason Velma got a season 2 on Max was because everyone hate watched it.
Right.
And they mistakenly were like, look,
serves all the hate watchers right. If you don't like something, don't watch it. No, you want to get on YouTube and bitch and
I have to get on Nerd Fights and talk about it.
Yeah,
of course
yeah,
I'm going to
yeah,
watch it.
Yeah.
All right, so they decide to get on their little twin ship together, and it's you know, whatever, and go after May. And
No, he was killed off screen, Stan, and May assumes, therefore, it's fair for the audience to assume that. Why are you? God, I wish we could just play this clip. Like, oh my God, we're getting into the most epic shit ever,
bro.
This
so
lightsaber duel is so good.
Not
yeah. Skip ahead. This part here.
Yeah, he literally cuts like half the bridge.
Yeah.
I do like the fight. I think it's. I like the fact that Squid Games has just that total look of focus.
Dude,
and
this man learned English specifically for this
yeah,
role.
I told
Put
you
some
that.
respect on his name.
I
Got a
told
name.
you that. That
He's not
is
Mr.
you know what?
Squid
No,
Game.
you know
He's
what?
not Mr. Squid Game.
Hey. Calling him Squid Games is a compliment because it's better. Squid Games is better than anything we saw on this show.
Yeah, to be respectful.
Look, he has a name.
Yeah, and Squid Games is a better name than his name than Saul.
No,
because
the
Squid
actor's
Games,
name is Lee something. I assume because he's Asian.
Lee something.
It's Lee Jung Chang or something.
Wow.
No, it's something.
Dude.
I'm going to look it
Did
up.
you
I'm
just drop
close.
some coins? What?
Hold up. I'm looking. No, I know it's Lee. I was making a joke about the Asian thing. I know his first name's Lee.
So we make jokes about Asian things on the show.
Today's dose of racism brought to you by Danny.
Okay. I just looked it up on Lee Jung Jae. I was close.
There you go.
I said
it's probably
Ching
if
Chang.
it's probably Jung.
Jung Jae.
Jung. Soft.
Whatever.
Not Jew. Jew.
Okay, whatever. Thank you for the finale.
You're not a Jew.
Wow.
You're a Jew.
Okay.
So much sensitivity.
he gets that way, you know.
Well, that's something I've learned since reading this. People
Stan, we're going to hell. Stop it.
People of my affliction, are.
Isn't that what Rosie O'Donnell said at one time when?
Ching Chang Chong. I don't know. I think that sounds like something.
You didn't have to say it.
We're so getting kicked off YouTube.
Yeah, that's it. We're shut down. It's over.
Impersonation.
Well, Nerd Fights with the three of us was fun while it lasted. Hey, what are you doing?
How do you do that?
Look at that. Oh, that was so awesome.
Now, that is really cool, but I would tell people that Ryan versus Dorkman 2 did the same move, literally the same move, except it was against an industrial refrigerator instead of a bridge.
That's awesome.
And that was like 15 years ago.
Yes.
Okay, but it gets even better. The wirework scene's coming up where they
oh yeah,
use
the
force
wire scene. When he floated back, I was like, oh, it is Crouching Tiger, Hidden Jedi now.
But I couldn't tell if that was actually happening in real time or if that was supposed to be a slow motion effect thing.
No, I thought it was just them using the
Either
force.
way,
I
thought it was badass because the nice thing is the wire work can be excused by he's using the force.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's how I took it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
Oh man, yeah, we could have watched the float down. You're killing me, bro.
Dude, I just inched it forward, and you know how it is. It jumps. This is where it jumped to.
No, for real.
Yeah, I think that's slow motion. You know, at least until we get the shot of him actually landing, I think it's slow motion. All right, stop playing it.
Okay, I keep pausing it and you keep pushing play. That's me. No, it is. He knows it's me because I love this scene. I've already rewatched this fight scene.
Yeah, then stop.
Like 6 times.
But shouldn't you be talking about how much you hate these lightsabers?
Now, okay, well, if you want me to hate on something, these lightsabers are.
Yeah. Because that's your big problem with the show is the freaking lightsabers, which, oh my gosh, look at the shot and then look at Mr. Know-It-All. What's wrong with this picture?
Oh, wow. It's like an infinity effect.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's like, wait a minute.
That was a total accident. I did that on accident. I didn't even notice. That is so cool. Oh, wow.
That's great.
Yeah.
All I know is he looks like he's about to say, I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
Yes. Yeah, so you know what's really stupid is Darth Green chick only whipped out her her flaccid saber once.
Yeah, I know. They like
They're
sold
saving
and
that.
marketed the show on it.
They're
saving it
saving
for what,
that.
the next episode?
The next season, the epic flashback
You know what?
scene. we're gonna
On a
have.
show like this, you don't save things. Right? This is
No,
the problem.
Stan. This is Stanley. This is not the volume they're on. This is a set. This is a set. This is a practical set that they're on.
Oh, right.
It might be a sound stage, but it's
Yeah,
not.
sets are built on sound stages.
Yeah,
but just so you're aware, Danny, that's how it works.
That's what I was agreeing. I was
If
just
it's
saying
not
it's
on
not the
location,
volume. It's
yeah.
not the volume. It's
Well, the volume might be being used for some of the background stuff that you see occasionally, depending on the camera angle.
Metrics.
Yeah, but anyway, so they fight, and then
this is where she tells her about she doesn't use the word kicked out, asked to leave the Jedi because she couldn't control her emotions over the fact she couldn't, because of her hatred over the death of her mother and her family. And her hatred was pointed in the wrong direction. It was at May, and that's why she finally breaks bad to the dark side when she finds out it was Saul who basically raised her, who she loved in place of them. So her whole life had been a lie. It makes poetic sense to me, dude.
To be fair, though, no offense, she broke bad way before that. Her friends had been laid to waste hours before, and she's sitting here romancing the stone with Hunka Sith guy, and it's like, bro.
Oh, they're
really?
totally gonna bang. They're totally gonna be a couple. In season 2, they're gonna be like a killer.
But you
couple.
know what? I don't need that.
They're gonna be like the Bonnie and Clyde of bad guys in Star Wars. It'll be great.
I'm just waiting for the scene where you see the two of them snuggling up in bed, and since it's gonna be PG-13, there'll be a blanket over him, but you'll see like his shoulders, and he's hold on. Let me
he would. That shot there.
Yeah, so he's like, you see his shoulders out of the blanket, and he's over her, and she's like, yeah, I don't know. And he's like, wait, and you hear.
That's awesome.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is my spiritual advisor, by the way. Just want you to know that.
No, I think that they should have done one of two things. They should have killed one of the girls, or the girls should have been together at the end of this.
Well,
show.
when we get to the end, we can talk about that. This fight scene coming up is dope, and the cutaway from the kick to the lightsaber clash was awesome.
Yeah, that's called a match cut. It's brilliant. It's
match cut.
That match cut was good,
nice.
but I wouldn't call their fight scene dope.
I thought it was, man. It was close quarters. It was
issue is
tight. I like the way it was framed.
I've had no buildup to know that they're this kind of fighters.
Yeah,
all of a sudden have them go kung fu fighting.
We saw May fight. We saw May fight Saul in episode 2.
I mean, fights.
Oh, dude, that's so cool.
It's not. If you look at it, let's stop again. Okay, so that's a good gut punch there. But now watch this. Okay, look at where the two of them are.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now, notice if you look at the screen carefully, the black square in the window is just about lined up with as far forward as Osha is in this shot, right?
Right.
Okay. Didn't even cross that with her punch. Would not have hit her if she had not even moved.
Well, sometimes I've been in fights where I've wildly missed somebody. It happens. You know what I mean? It does happen.
Danny, that's called dancing. Okay.
Yeah, this is not fighting. This is dancing. Yeah.
I think that does look like a dance
same
move.
thing. This kick would have missed. It's a nice little thing where they obviously filmed her twice from from the same camera angle and everything.
Right.
But they didn't quite line it up.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, they should have been. They should have been about 8
doubles.
inches closer to each other, and it would have.
You weren't worried about the little kid sisters matching. Just have the stunt double do it.
Yeah.
Why are you suddenly worried?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, like, you're not twins. You're not even sisters. I was like,
told you that.
And it's like, well, when they were young, that's definitely true, but now it seems like they're twins. They kind of grew into their twinship. Stop playing it.
Sorry. The cool cut. What did you call it? A match cut?
Yes.
Yeah. That's
That
where
was- that's cool.
where you
That's-
set
it's
up
coming
something
up, yeah.
that is lined up with what's coming next.
Oh, you just missed it. I just wanted to see.
Yeah.
Push play. We're not going to get copyright struck for 3 seconds.
We will be probably at this point.
We're only showing half the episode now.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, that was cool.
That is a good that is good, but I think that and Creep says unofficially canceled 2 weeks ago. Well,
Well,
by
he's just-
Nerdrotic, sure,
Yeah. Gary canceled it like 7 weeks ago.
Yeah. But they canceled it before it even came out.
Yeah, probably.
Because they heard that the showrunner was a lesbian and they were done with it.
Yeah.
Some
But
of my best friends are lesbians.
I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
Yeah, well,
There it is.
Yeah.
some
Hey,
of my-
if I identified with that, does that mean I'm a minority? You know?
No, it's unfortunately
Hey,
white man status.
Don't you? Hey! Now you're assuming my gender.
Ooh.
You just said white man status, and you're assuming my race.
I guess
just
you could totally be one of the female dwarves from the Lord of the Rings show. I mean, I would buy that.
I'll have you know, I identify as Celtic, not white.
There you go. It's legit.
And apparently I'm a chipmunk, so let's move on.
You're a sniffer.
I'll go with it.
Yeah.
I've been called a bear in some circles. Just saying.
Yeah.
Same, actually, but that was back when I was 400 pounds. So.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him before the show started. It's too bad you lost that weight. Because if you were still 400 pounds, we could bring back the name of a show that me and Laura Reloaded used to do called Fat Overlords.
Oh, well, I'm still fat. I would still I consider myself fat, but maybe that's
Dude, next to me,
dysmorphia
and look, if the three of us
it's
were
probably a body dysmorphia thing.
If the three of us were standing together, people would say, "Oh, look, binary 010."
Oh, so I'd have to be in the middle.
Yeah. Well,
that
0,
messes
0,
up our reverse.
Fine.
order.
Right now it would be 001. That's our.
There you go.
Nice.
we'll have to secretly move ourselves around during the shows to make a binary code.
That's awesome.
All right, so no, the thing that I hate is that I until the end of this fight, I was so into Saul's character.
Yeah.
And I liked Saul throughout this entire series. He was one of my favorite characters in all of Star Wars since Jedi. And because I think he's one of the best characters to come along after the end of the original trilogy.
I agree.
I
think that's why I got bothered by the direction they took his character.
Yeah,
is because I really felt like
and then
called him the Qui-Gon of this show.
Right, and then
he had all those great traits.
And then in 30 seconds they ruined him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just like it's your opinion, but I like both of these
that
characters.
is fact.
I like both of these characters a lot. I like this guy.
I do too. I actually do. I do like the character. I told you I like a lot of things about the show. They're not putting it together well for me, but I like you're absolutely right. I think Saul's
Would you call
awesome.
him Chimere?
Chimere's awesome.
Yeah.
I think he's cool. I think the concept of Osha and May, the concept of someone who's split from a virgins or whatever, is kind of a cool concept. If you're stuck with it, I don't know that I would have gone in that direction in general, but hey, whatever.
Look at it. It's the perfect representation of a dyad because the first attempt at creating life from the Force, they couldn't create one. They had to. They created a light and a dark, and we got a misdirect because by the end, what we thought was the dark representation ends up being the light, and this is the scene where we get the
yeah,
proof
but
of it.
here's the problem, and
a misdirect, really. I mean,
well,
no
I mean,
offense.
dude, no,
I would not be surprised if that were true. Because then we'd have the power of many.
I get what he's saying. Look, if you go to Support Salty, if you go to supportsalty.com and watch our episode 1 watch along, I was cussing May out. I wanted her to die. I hated her. Remember
but
that?
You see,
Salty?
Here's the problem. But here's the problem.
And now I'm like,
hold on, Danny, let me finish. Okay?
All right.
Is that the May OSHA thing is totally unearned because May was 100% evil and OSHA was 100% good, and then flip a switch and they're all of a sudden the opposite.
It wasn't. There wasn't a switch flipped. There was.
It absolutely was.
I can tell you the episode it happened in.
It absolutely was. It's like, because, hey, you think about it. At the end of...
so does it take you 30 minutes to flip a switch? No. You're acting like it happened in one scene.
And you can completely change your worldview in 30 minutes?
One scene. It happened in the scene when she woke up. She wasn't where she was supposed to be, and she slowly walks out and has a conversation rationally with dude instead of sticking him like she should have with his lightsaber.
Right.
At that moment, I'm sorry, Jeky's death meant nothing. Yours death meant nothing. All these Jedi's deaths meant nothing.
He just slaughtered her friends.
People like,
and even if and she had
barely,
well, no, don't tell me she barely
knew Jackie.
She and Jackie
was ready to throw her.
They obviously they subtly implied that she and Jackie were like digging on each other.
No, they didn't. You were reading into that. I remember that.
No, that was intentional. If you read, I actually saw an interview with what's her name that played Jackie. It was intentional.
Yeah, definitely.
But she and Jackie were digging on each other. She and Yord were old friends from when she was a Jedi. And so and for all she knew, Saul was dead too. Remember, she had to ask him if he killed Saul.
Right.
And so
because she goes, it's interesting you asked about, or he says it's interesting you asked about him first.
But she was still told at the end of the episode before, she was total light side, good girl, awesome, hey, cheerleader, and then all of a sudden she's willing to bang the Sith Lord and let's because there is no transition. She just starts hanging out with him, and then the two of them decide to go on a quest together of pure evil.
Dude, and the fact is, he's literally like, you're not gonna tell me where it's at? No, we have to go together. All right, fine, let's go together. You sure you won't tell me where it's at? I'm like, bro, why is this even remotely a rational conversation happening between the guy who just laid waste to her friends?
Yeah. Meanwhile, on the flip side of all this, May, serial killer of Jedi, it's like, you know what? No, I'm going to turn myself into the Jedi because they're awesome now. What? You just spent all your time talking about how much you hate them, and by the way, in this episode, you're back to hating them.
Killed 2 of them.
Yeah.
What's going on?
This is not character. This is a joke.
It's more like character assassination.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
You should have. Honestly, I think May should have stayed evil, and the whole thing should have been seducing OSHA to the dark side. Because quantum, exactly. If this were Star Trek, that would be the answer. But remember, this is Star Wars, so the answer is because the Force.
That's not how the Force works.
Apparently, it is now.
Where is that meme? Where is that meme?
Yeah.
We need to have that.
We need to make a meme out of President Ross doing that. Let me tell you, Captain America, that's not how the American Force works.
Here we go. Stanley said it best. They didn't explore anyone's motivation.
Right.
Everyone just does stuff because the writers need them to do stuff.
Right. And the only character that felt like a real character was Saul. And what did they do? They decided to spend his last couple minutes alive destroying his character.
Utterly. And then torturing him because she crushes his
and slowly torturing him to death,
It's hardcore.
And then it's like, you know what? I was honestly, I was half expecting, but they didn't do it, for Darth Green Chick to use force healing on him to bring him back. I was kind of hoping they would do that, because the fact that he was dead. And so he will not be back for season 2. If they do a season 2, makes me not want to watch season 2.
My thing is, it's been so badly put together. Why would I trust it would do anything else? I've already said I'm absolutely not reviewing. If they do pick it up, I'm not reviewing a second season. I mean, obviously, I'll do it here on Nerd Fights. But I have no intention of wasting my time, because because all I'm going to be doing is sitting here railing against some dumb machine that doesn't get it.
Right. That's why we stopped with The Boys, because it was just getting to be too much. Like, we're just gonna sit there and hate on it for the entire show, and and that's what makes me mad, is that this show had, like you were saying, Mr. Know-It-All, it has some good ideas. It really does. Yeah. And I think exploring the idea of a Virgins creating these twins could have been really interesting. Pulling them both to the dark side could have ultimately, ended up being the first domino in a series that leads to the downfall of the Jedi.
Well, apparently, according to our senator friend, that's exactly what it's going to do.
No, but only one of them went to the dark side.
Yeah.
And now the other one is a mind-wiped idiot. And so it's... so here's my prediction for season 2, is that now May is going to be really pissed off and feel betrayed, because her, she knows she had a sister and they erased her memory.
Yeah.
And so they're going to end up in conflict again.
Which feels cheap and contrived. And I think that's been my big problem with most of this, is it's felt very, very contrived. By the way, Brian McFarlane had just asked if we thought they were going to go the route to multiverses. I don't think so, but I do know that in Clone Wars, there was this place called the Way Between Worlds, which
is more of a time travel mechanic.
Right. But I mean, I guess you can alter time, so maybe kind of...
Right.
I don't know.
I hope not. Even though we did see the World Between Worlds in Ahsoka, and I hope that is not the case, because I'm having enough trouble with what they're doing with this show. Just give me the freaking next season of Mandalorian, and so that I can enjoy some Star Wars again. I'd even take an Obi-Wan season 2 over this. This is like.
Yeah, same. Not to mention the fact that, so here's my other problem. This show, everyone's like, renew a second season. I'm sitting there going, there's 4 other shows that, even if they weren't great, are first in line for a second season before your overpriced $180 million butt.
Right. And like, honestly, I'm interested in where they're going with the Thrawn storyline.
Same. I am too.
And much more interested than about the twins here.
I don't care enough. And I think a second ago, Dow, I took it off, excuse me. Dow said the mind wiping and splitting them up makes them so uninteresting. I think he's right. I think they're right. Yeah. Absolutely. I would have found it vastly more interesting if they would have recombined and then have to deal with some sort of almost schizophrenic type manicness next season, if there was going to be one. Then I've been like, oh, okay, well, at least now we get to see how do you deal with that? One side of you that was happy being good, and the other one that has now committed fully. Does it make a literal ripping them apart inside? Give me something.
Right. But
I'm trying to write a better show.
Next season is just, I think it's going to be wash, rinse, repeat, except that we'll see Darth Plagueis in like one episode, and we'll see Darth Methhead kill him.
Yes, Stanley, like a Moon Knight thing. Yes, that would have been awesome. Give me Ocean Main Moon Knight Star Wars Acolyte. I'm there. That's amazing.
So yeah, there we go. That would be this show in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's rough.
Oh yeah, I guess there's some more crap. So, so yeah, choke. There's Danny's favorite part is, kill the man because, it's woke. I'm sure that's what some people are saying.
No, I know. I don't think that's the case.
No, I don't think it's a woke thing. I just think it's really bad writing.
Okay. This is controversial. You can't fly past the Kyber.
Oh, okay. The Kyber crystal thing.
Oh, that was amazing. I've always wanted to see. This has happened in a video game I played once. This was dope, where she bleeds it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Whoop-de-doo online.
She kind of does it by accident, and it's like
no, she doesn't.
Right.
This is a representation of her fully succumbing to
she
the dark
is not
side.
intentionally doing that.
Correct.
Okay.
This is more. Even she's surprised when she opens.
Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. No.
Scholars.
Okay. Yeah.
The problem the internet has is that like Anakin did all the evil stuff he did, and then still, as Vader, had to fight to bleed his crystal to make a red sword,
which is canon in the comics.
Correct.
Yeah.
And while she just because bad writing squeezes on the lightsaber and it changes color.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was badass, but whatever. I guess I'm just a
No.
simpleton.
I thought it was cool too. No. I do think it's cool. I think it's cool. I liked how they. I'm willing. This is one of those rarities where I'm like, you know what? This is me being a fan. This looked dope and is awesome.
Yeah. Rule of cool kind of thing.
Rule of cool. That's a great way to. Yeah. And so I was okay with this.
That's
Even
a real thing, Danny. Rule of cool is when they say, yeah, we know it doesn't quite fit in the continuity, but it's way too cool to not do it.
So real quick before we get lost, McFarlane asked what's our out of 10. Mine was 7 out of 10.
For the series or for the
for
the series?
Just this episode. No, mine's just for this episode.
Oh no, we didn't do that. We were doing just the series.
we're only going to do the series. So.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did, on my channel, I do reviews per episode, so I give you know-it-all.
So subscribe to Mr. Know-It-All.
Hey, you know what's really easy,
and by
Mr.
the way,
Know-It-All?
he does it in that voice too.
That's
right. Oh my God, you should totally watch this episode.
So add up the scores of each episode, divide them by 8, and that's your score.
I should do that. I probably should do that.
Yeah.
See, I hate doing that though because I feel like I'm like, no, I have different opinions.
Well, then you're.
And the thing is that if they don't stick
like,
the
math is not wrong. It just is what it is.
No, actually, Danny, your math is flawed because you're not taking into account that the first and the last episode carry much more weight than the rest. And so because
that's why it's an average score.
No, you can't just average the last episode of a series like this with everything else because if they don't stick the landing, it can ruin the show.
Then why don't we review every episode then? Why don't we score every episode? I mean, why don't we score every episode then?
Because it's a serialized show.
You do.
We know. You stop kissing everybody's ass. But Dan, because it's a serialized show, and so it's one story. And
that's
so
fair. Wow, I never thought of that. Okay, that's a good way to go.
If this was more episodic, like Strange New Worlds, then doing episode by episode makes sense.
Ooh.
But this is not episodic. This is one
Sorry,
movie.
Stanley, we're not playing Dungeons and Dragons Second Edition. I'm sorry.
Yeah, throw out the highest and lowest
rates.
And so then
Creep's following me because he knows I've said 7 the last 2 times. I knew it too. The minute I was thinking to myself 7, I was like, Creep's gonna bust my chops.
So there's the transformation of
the
which, by the way, I mean I get that this is more symbolism than anything else, but wouldn't it like instantly transform? I mean, it's a lightsaber, not a snow cone saber.
No, so why does the energy go?
Yeah, just so slowly going up the blade. Yeah, it's
100% creative license.
Yeah,
100%. That's like Mace Windu having the only purple lightsaber. It's
not anymore because now you got purple flaccid lightsaber and green chick.
True, very true.
So, but it is the purple flaccid lightsaber, which there's no explanation for.
It does look like a bomb pop.
Yeah, it's a rocket pop. I walked right into that since I said it's not. So it's not an ice cream. All right, so there we go. So she turns the lightsaber red, and then we get a whole freaking platoon of Jedi show up,
led by Twinkie Jedi.
Yes. Now I'm sorry, there should have been a big old badass fight to wrap up this show,
bro. Am I right? Let's go.
No, that's what we were talking about that in the watch along. We thought it was going to happen, especially between the Anastasia and Chimere. We thought that was going to happen.
Well, I thought here's what I would have liked to have seen if I,
No.
Is number one, don't kill Saul. You could have him like struggling and on the ground when the ship lands, and so she lets go of him because they're distracted by the presence of more Jedi. And then you have the final fight be all of these Jedi versus the twins and Darth Meth Head. And the twins and Darth Meth Head win.
No,
I don't think it does right now.
It means it's called.
It means
bleeding.
dark side user.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
a dark side user. If it's when a dark side user bleeds any color kyber crystal, they can bleed it red.
Right.
Yeah.
Now I remember in old EU stuff, there was like a synthetic kyber crystal that was red, and that's why the Sith used.
Yeah, but that's not canon.
Yeah, no, that's not canon anymore. But that actually makes more sense to me. I
actually like this better.
The Sith
I like
would
this
cheat.
better.
Well, no, the Sith would cheat. Why should they go and get a kyber crystal when they can just make one?
And I don't know if this is canon or not, but my understanding from the comics was it actually had to be you had to kill a Jedi without using a weapon, and then you had to take their lightsaber and bleed their kyber crystal.
That was I remember reading about.
And that's exactly what she did.
Yeah.
That's oh my god! I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
You're so right. Wow, my
So-
mind blown.
Right. So I'll give them some credit in that they did do that.
Sometimes I say smart things.
No,
But
that's
they-
awesome, dude. That's great.
But I still think so we should have had her and Darth Meth Head, both the girls and Darth Meth Head fighting all these guys in an epic final battle, and basically have them all get slaughtered.
But then they wouldn't have been able to launder $100 million.
What is happening right now?
You're
They
right.
would,
Well, it was 180 million. I think they could have pulled that off for 80.
No. The whole show as it is.
Hold
would
on,
have cost 80.
they're using
Yeah.
they're using practical sabers, so lightsaber effects are not that expensive.
Yeah, I saw BTS. There's a guy who invents them for them, and they actually now extend fully.
Yeah.
He's working.
Yeah, I saw a demo of one, and
Right?
they're really
blown
cool.
away by that.
But
I was
it's a
like,
different
okay.
saber that you use for the extension scenes and you use for the dueling scenes, because those blades wouldn't hold up to dueling the extending ones. Because it's basically like an inflatable thing.
Right.
So trying to figure out how to make the show better. It's like trying to figure out how to make a burger with rancid meat, spoiled lettuce, and a moldy bun better. Just throw the whole thing out and start over. Planet X, I get what you're saying, but here's the problem. That's not what they're doing. I would say this is like trying to make a burger with spoiled lettuce, a moldy bun, and a beautiful piece of filet mignon. And it's like, because there are some things in this show that are really good, but everything around it is rancid and moldy.
Yeah.
Like Darth Twinkie and Darth Green Chick, and but yeah. So and the fact that they bring in 35 Jedi and don't have any of them do anything.
Yeah, and apparently Yoda is the ringleader of them all.
Yeah, according to Danny, at least.
To be on the date of my daughter's birth, do you?
Screwed we now are.
For real.
So yeah, see this scene, she should have brought him back. Put a chick in it and make her gay. Well, they already did that, so
You guys.
And so yeah, this scene should.
Wow. See, no, I like this scene a lot. This scene made
Of
me.
course, because it shows so much sincere emotion that they've never shown for each other until now.
Right.
Ever.
Think about it. Like 20 minutes ago, these two were literally at each other's throats.
Hello, remember Mr. Matchcut? They were fighting.
Yeah. But then after that, with the soul scene, they
there was nothing. They just now they're the bestest of sisters. They love each other so much.
They find out that they're not even sisters; they're basically clones. They were made in
Yeah, but they don't do anything with
and
that.
Then they even show
they
say their little rhyme, and they're like, I thought that was really cool. And she's
right,
like,
right. I know you like the imagery, but the problem is you're mentioning things that aren't developed. Yes, they say that they're from they're a split life form, but they do nothing with it, and nobody reacts to it.
Right.
Nobody reacts to it at all. Yeah. There is zero reaction. It's not like they go, "Oh my God, we're the same person."
You know
Even
what Hollywood
that
needs?
alone would have been more.
You know what? This is a great representation of why I'm what's wrong. I'm why people like me are why. Hold up, people like me are why Hollywood is doing shit wrong, because this would have been good.
Oh, wait,
if
let
they'd
me
have
put you on the screen then.
If Hollywood would have, if they would still make, like, what did it used to be, 27, 28 episodes or something like that, 20, 25.
Typically a show is like 23 episodes.
23 episodes. So if they still gave us 23 episodes per season, then they would have the time that they really need to address what you guys are talking about. So instead what they do is they have like basically 23 episodes worth of story, and then they truncate it down to 8, and then simpletons like me who don't need all the extra stuff that like smart people like you need,
Hold on.
What? Wait, what?
Don't need? Why does it make us like we're the special needs kids who like need more attention?
No, I'm saying you're smart.
Storytelling.
I'm saying you're smart, and I'm stupid. I'm not saying the opposite. I'm saying
I don't think you're stupid. I don't think you're stupid.
Yeah.
I think that
I think I'm good with the Cliff's Notes, and you guys want to read the whole book.
You're okay with the hand waving because it looks cool. I told you. It's funny. I even said in my review at one point when dude's like, I'll defeat you, and he's like, not if she gets you first. I was like, that's so awesome. And then my wife's like, stop it. They haven't earned that. And I'm like, all right, fair enough. Yeah. So I get sucked in too, bro. I swear, I really do.
Right. By the way, you know what would have been, if you want a powerful emotional beat for this episode, what really would have been it is if OSHA comes out, overhears him admit that he killed her mom, and then she like uses the Force to repair Darth Meth Head's saber, and the two of them fight. And for the real emotional gut punch, Saul wins.
Bro. And now he's got. Oh, okay.
Now there's only one twin. She's pure evil, and Saul is a wreck, and it's earned.
Damn, man, that's actually I like that.
Much better show.
Yeah, damn, yeah, I do like that. I like that a lot.
That's why I wish I was a writer, but
wow.
But you see that's how you make you and yeah, there's no and I understand what you're saying, Danny, like, oh, if only the seasons were longer. Look, they had episodes were like 20 odd minutes long. They could have included a lot of this even in 8 episodes.
I was telling my wife there's a lot of the others, the short episodes, that if you just put all the stuff that Danny's talking about into that time slot, you could have gotten 40 minutes out of a 20-minute or 30-minute episode, and now we have the character development that would have made a lot of the stuff make sense.
And then you end it with the emotional gut punch that I suggest, and you have it set up so that there's Darth Meth Head and May, who are both completely...
You mean OSHA?
No. OSHA ends up dying at the hands of Saul.
Okay, that's what you said. Okay.
Yeah. Because that would totally wreck Saul.
Yeah, that would. He'd probably do that thing that Torben did,
So now in season 2, Saul's got to deal with the trying to come to terms with his emotions over killing that girl. Meanwhile, her twin, who's really kind of a clone, is trying to kill him, and he's probably thinking, wait, she and her sister were the same person, so I can redeem her.
Yeah.
And so now you've got drama set up for season 2.
No, it's not that it costs more, by the way, Stanley, to make the episodes longer. The issue is they only have so much time that they can shoot with, because they're shooting these like movies, not like TV shows. A
Yeah.
TV show, you hire someone and they're coming in and they're working crazy hours. A movie is very different. You board out your scenes and everything else. So this is the problem the show is facing. These are facing is they've only got enough time to film a certain amount of like a movie, and now they got to make those fit into 8.
Basically, the honest truth is Disney Plus needs to think of themselves as a TV network rather than a movie company.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because and the problem is that, and I understand this would be difficult, but hey, you know what? I'll bet you with their clout they could do it. It'll be hard. It's hard to get good talent to work on a TV schedule. Because it is a brutal schedule, and it's a longer schedule than a movie shoot.
Oh yeah.
And so you're going to have to tell people, look, we're talking about 20 weeks of hard work. We're not going for a 6-week shoot and here's your $20 million. This ain't that kind of production.
Mm-mm. Isn't it crazy how much money we pay people to play pretend? It's just crazy.
It's obscene.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost like athletes.
Well,
I've always said that, but at least athletes are.
Here's my thing
hard
on
work, and it's competitive.
As far as actors are concerned, I would only be okay with them making big money if it's on a back end deal.
Yeah, we've talked about that before. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So if you get 1% of box office or whatever, or you get 0.01 cents for every view on Disney Plus or however you want to negotiate it,
right?
Then you can make the big money that way. But I think that honestly, one thing that Hollywood desperately needs is to stop just doing minimum salaries and put in maximum salaries. Because I'm sorry, but no actor is worth $20 million up front.
Agreed.
And I mean, come on. For the cost of 2 actors, you could have made
a child in Rwanda for the rest of their life.
No, I wasn't thinking that humanitarian. I was thinking for the cost of 1 actor, you could make Godzilla -1. So that's
wow. And you're the proclaimed Christian, and you shot down his idea, and you'd rather.
I just said I wasn't thinking that humanitarian. I didn't say it was a bad idea.
No, all I was doing was finishing your sentence, because every now and again people say things that in my head need to end a certain way, and I will just blurt out the other part of it. And I'm sorry.
And by the way, just so you know, Danny, our church owns an orphanage in Gganda, so we're already doing our share over there.
Who doesn't own an orphanage in Uganda?
Well, that's true. I mean, I've got 3 of them, but
Hey, I help support a Nigerian prince
and they manufacture T-shirts that support salty.
Yeah, the T-shirts are those people shirts.
Yeah, made by children in Uganda. Yeah. That'll have to be our new slogan. Whenever we start selling merch, made by those kids in Uganda. Help support the kids.
No, for real.
Or Kuroga, anyway.
Yeah, well, Kuroga is the only place on earth worse than Uganda. Yeah. Yes, and you're right that Daredevil, they were talking about something like 22, 23 episodes.
Yeah.
And if that's true,
it's not.
It's not. Well, I know they're doing a rewrite and everything right now.
They're doing 10.
You're doing 10.
They're doing 10.
That's half. Yeah.
However, what they have said is it's been completely retooled top to bottom.
Right.
It was originally going to be the longer season you're talking about, but it wasn't going to be.
It was probably going to be crap.
Yeah.
It was probably going to be the Daredevil we saw in She-Hulk.
You don't like Walk of Shame Daredevil?
No, you know what? First of all, I will say this. I am a defender of the She-Hulk series. All right?
We had a huge... Wow. And you guys are giving me crap about liking the Acolyte, and you both like She-Hulk?
No. I thought it started strong. It ended very weak. It ended.
You see, I actually liked the ending because that was a total She-Hulk move.
And it's still
to break out of the Disney Plus menu and that whole thing. That was I mean, come on. Have you ever read the comics?
Of course.
Don't rehash this, please. We went over
She-Hulk
this
is the one who would walk across the ads on the pages that weren't part of the comic book.
I guess my problem is I felt very condescended to all the time.
Yeah. Now, I will say they did go a little overboard with the feminist stuff, but, it is what it is. That's
my
Hollywood.
wife, who is a feminist, was like, what is going on here?
Yeah. However, but what I'm saying is that Daredevil, that rendition of Daredevil was absolute crap.
He's also too happy-go-lucky.
Yeah. and yeah, that was not Daredevil. That was someone else that happened to be played by the same actor. It was, now we know it's a variant of Daredevil, which is nice that now they've established that. By the way, a week from today is Deadpool.
Yep.
Now, are we going to talk about Deadpool next week? Or I don't know if you're going to be able to see it by the time we do the show. I will. We're going to see it at 3 p.m. my time. And so I will have seen it by the time we do next Thursday's show.
I will have seen it by the time we do next Thursday's show as well.
What about you, Mr. Note?
I believe, what day is the yeah.
It's a week from today.
It comes out Wednesday. Yeah.
I might actually be watching it while you're doing the show.
Wait. What time? You better check because you need to reschedule, buddy.
No, actually, I was going to talk to you about that. I might not be able to make next week's show because I want to watch Deadpool. I'm not. I just I was going to talk about this off the air.
No. Wait a minute. No, I'm not doing a show by myself because you guys can't manage to go see an early showing.
Hang on. I'll tell you right now. I ordered a while back, obviously. 10 p.m. on the 25th.
10 p.m.
Everything was full in my area, and I still wanted to get it because I have a review to do. So I wanted to make sure that I saw it.
We should just reschedule the Wednesday show for a different day. It could be Tuesday. We do it on Tuesday.
Then what will we
take
talk
Wednesday
about?
off? Battlestar Galactica is always our fallback. We could do that.
I hate you so much.
What?
The way you said
this is an off-air conversation, guys. Let's finish this, and because I remember I still got to go to my meeting.
This is way more interesting than this show and the way that
we got to get to the end because I want to make my point. On
so hug.
See this scene.
Yeah,
just gutted me, man.
You know what? Here's what I was honestly expecting here was while they were hugging, stabbed through the heart.
I swear I was with you,
dude. God, I was with you. I was afraid of that. We said that during the watch along. Yeah,
I was waiting for a and her just like, sorry, something, whatever. I'm up one now or something.
Yeah, I really did think OSHA was going to kill May here.
I'm so glad it didn't happen, but I swear I thought it was going to, because that's just how they're writing the show.
And so angry green lady tells her that, hey, did you know you have a sister and stuff?
Yeah.
And so, spoiler warning. And then she throws freaking Saul under the bus.
They needed a patsy.
No, I don't care.
Saul's basically Lee Harvey Oswald.
You know what? Now, I'm sorry. Angry green chick is officially worse than Palpatine.
No, she's not. She's doing what Yoda told her to do, which we're about to see.
No, you know what? Yoda did not straight up lie.
Yoda's gangsta back there.
Yoda is pulling. This is
Yoda's say, "Yeah, you're my bitch, you all." Okay, whatever. I'm sorry, bitch, y'all be.
Wow, there it is. Awesome.
I'm sorry. That pissed me off so much. She is officially the most evil character in Star Wars.
Wow. No, dude, she's reporting for. She's reporting to and working for Yoda. Okay?
No, she is. No, you know what? Okay, what does she actually say to Yoda in that stupid scene?
I did like the Jedi funeral part. Okay. No. Go back. I want to specifically show this shot here.
We're going there. Shut up for a minute. Okay. Yeah. They hold hands.
No. Okay. Have you ever noticed at the end of every single movie that is Revenge of the Sith ends very similar to that shot.
It's not every movie because
not every movie. No, I don't know. It's not every movie. It's every movie where at the end it's like Empire has a very similar framed shot to that where people are just looking out the space thing. There's the other one the one where it's Padme. Yeah, Last Jedi does it. No. Rise of Skywalker.
Dork, you're putting your mom to sleep. Let's go.
Well, she is in whatever. Anyway, point is, I think it sets up beautifully.
I think it just looks like they're holding hands and they're going to bang. That's what it looks like to me. All right.
Well, that's definitely happening. That's definitely happening.
Here it is.
Sorry to disturb you, Master. We need to talk.
See, he didn't know jack. All she says is we need to talk after she threw him under the bus.
All right, man. Okay. Maybe I'm just like you said.
Yoda
I'm
being
reading
a
into it.
ringleader that's completely in your cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs brain.
Okay, so officially, guys, what you're telling me is I need to go back to drinking. That's what I hear.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's what I'm hearing.
What?
Because when I'm lucid and clear-headed, and I come up with these ideas, you guys they're terrible ideas. Apparently, I don't know.
No,
that's Yoda.
I'm just saying that based on the actual dialogue that we heard there is zero indication that Yoda knew anything before this moment, because she walks in and she says, "We need to talk."
We need to talk.
Right.
You know what, Stanley? If she is about to lie to Yoda, if they do a season 2, I hope they do, and that's what happens, I will, do something crazy on air, like to shame myself. I'll do the truffle shuffle again. Okay, there you go. I'll do the truffle shuffle again.
We really don't need that.
You really don't.
Yeah, although for
I
a
feel like-
$1,000 donation, Mr. Know-It-All will do a truffle shuffle.
I have to admit, for $1,000 donation, I absolutely would. Yes.
And he's 6'7" of pure pain. All right, so, but no, as far as this shot, there is no indication that Yoda knew anything before she walked in, and that she's about to fill Yoda in on either the truth or a lie. We don't know which.
Yeah,
correct. Okay, I concede.
But
in my twisted brain, I think Yoda's the ringleader, but that's fine.
But you see, so you're telling me that Yoda, who in the original trilogy was like the ultimate symbol of the perfect Jedi.
No, he wasn't. I'm telling you, at the end of, I think it was Clone Wars.
I said the original trilogy.
Oh, the original trilogy. Oh, yeah, where he's already banished himself somewhere because he's so full of guilt.
That wasn't part of the original trilogy.
What? Okay, well.
That's the problem, is that you had 3 movies that were darn near perfect, and they've been trying to deconstruct Star Wars ever since.
Which I don't get.
Yeah, which has been making the franchise worse and worse and worse.
Good night, Mom.
And
Sleep well.
this coupled
We're
with
about to wrap up
Andor,
anyway.
coupled with Andor is rock bottom. Because now they're straight up, especially you look at Andor, and now you look at this for sure, the Jedi are freaking evil, and the Empire did nothing wrong. You can draw those 2 conclusions from these 2 shows.
Agreed. Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Well, I'm